Hello there, welcome to my channel. Please like, like, and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. See us tutoring center so we can post more videos and more comment and discussion about math and engineering stuff. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And let's. Alright, this is problem number 2 from a student. So I'm going to solve it. This is 3D from a student. Ooh. Number 3D. Still add and simplify. Okay, add and simplify. So in these two, when you have these two are polynomial functions. They both trinomial because they have squared. Remember the square terms? They are trinomial. So when you adding two fractions that has trinomial, the first thing you need to do is try to factor out this trinomial, because most of the time when you factor these two out, you're gonna have like terms in them, like factors that are the same, that you might be able to make the denominator, you might be able to simplify the denominator. Okay, so you have to factor out these two and see what you can do from there. So let's see. We have x squared minus x. The first thing is, because we're going to factor out the denominator, we can factor out the numerator too to see if we have like terms in the denominator and the numerator and denominator, we can cancel them out. Okay, let's process to see what I'm saying. X squared minus x. This is a very simple simple term. We can factor out by x, and we're gonna have x minus 1 left right here. So x times x is x squared. X times 1 is x. Okay, x times x is x squared. X times 1 is x. So I just factor that out real quick. Now I am going to factor the denominator. X squared minus 3x plus 2. For trinomial, there is a rule that says if let me see, if a plus b plus c is equal to 0, when we have ax squared plus bx plus c, if a plus b plus c is equal to 0, one of the x is equal to 1 and the other one is equal to c over a. In this case, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 3, c is equal to 2. So 1 plus 2, 3, minus 3 is 0. We can see that a plus b plus c is equal to 0. So one of the x is 1 and the other x is equal to c over a, which is 2. Okay, so how can we factor this out? So it's gonna be s, let's call it x1, x2. It's x minus x1 times x minus x2. That's one of the specific rules to factor out trinomial. That's one way you can factor it out. Another way is you can say if you can find one number, when you multiply them, it gives you 2. When you add them, it gives you 3. You said that you can find the solution to factor out your trinomial. So which two number? If I multiply 2 times 1, it's going to be 2. If I add 2 plus 1, it's going to be 3. Okay, so the two numbers are 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Okay, so you can there's many ways to factor out polynomial. So in this case right here is going to be x minus 1 times x minus 2. That's gonna give me this polynomial right here. And if you multiply this term by this term, you're gonna get x squared minus 2x plus 2. If you wanna see it, do this. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is minus 2x. Minus 1 times x is minus x. Minus 1 times minus 2. Remember I tell you minus times minus in the previous video is positive. Minus times minus is positive. So minus 1 times minus 2 is going to be plus 2. Minus 2 minus 1, that's going to give you minus 3x plus 2 x squared. Okay? So I'm going to factor out right here if I x minus 2 times x minus 1. I can put this first or this first, it doesn't matter. So, because I can say 3 times 2 is the same as 2 times 3. That's one rules of multiplication. Okay, so I have this term right here. Okay, plus. So far, I don't do nothing yet. So far, I'm just factorizing. I'm factorizing. Factorizing. Numerator and denominator. I'm just factorizing the numerator and denominator of both of them. Okay, so plus x squared minus 1. There is another law, algebraic law, that says a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. In this case, I have x squared minus 1 squared. 1 squared is equal to 1. Okay, so I can put the squared right here. It's not going to change anything. I can say that a squared, that's x squared, a squared minus b squared. So it's a plus b times a minus b. So x squared minus 1 squared is x plus 1 times x minus 1. Okay? Good. So this one is filling out. That's gonna give me x plus 1 times x minus 1. I got that. Okay, now I have to factor out these two. I can do the same thing. If a plus b plus c is equal to 0, a plus b plus c is equal to 0. In this case, a equal to 1 x squared, b equal to minus 2, and c is equal to 1. So a 1 plus b minus 2 plus c. 1 plus 1 is 2 minus 2 is 0. Okay, so I can say x1 equal to 1, x2 is equal to c over a, which is 1 over 1 equal to 1. So my factor gonna be x minus x1 times x minus x2, which is going to be x minus 1 times x minus 1, because I have 1 for both solutions. Okay, so now I have x minus 1 times x minus 1. There you go. There you go. Okay. So, what can I do from here? I have x minus 1 in the numerator, x minus 1 in the denominator. I can delete these two. I simplify. You see, I'm just simplifying way before I add them. Because if I add them now, I'm still gonna get the same answers, but it's gonna be much more difficult to add with all these terms before I simplify. If you have a fraction, if you can simplify, you simplify before you add. That's way that's way simpler. Okay, I have x minus 1 in the numerator, x minus 1 in the denominator. I can delete these two as well. So what do I have left? I have x over x minus 2 plus x plus 1 over x minus 1. Okay, now it's simpler. I said I'm gonna process with the addition, the addition sign. Remember when you're adding two fractions. So I'm just gonna say, okay, denominator. These two denominators are not common, so I just multiply them together. You see the sign? Multiply these two. I said x minus 1 times x minus 2. I multiply these two. Now I'm multiplying these two for the numerator, these two, that's x times x minus 1. I have x times x minus 1 plus, I'm multiplying these two. X plus 1 times x minus 2. X plus 1 times x minus 2. There you go. Okay, so what do I do from here? What I can do, I'm just going to multiply this term, multiply these two to see if I can combine like terms and make it simpler. I already done the add now. Now I'm going to see if I can simplify a little more. Okay, so equal to, I keep my denominator, x minus 1 times x minus 2. Now, x times x is x squared. X times minus 1 is minus x. Plus x times x plus x squared. X times minus 2, minus 2x. 1 times x plus 1. 1 times minus 2, minus 2. Okay, is equal to, I keep my denominator, x minus 1 times x minus 2. X squared, I'm going to combine like terms again. Combining like terms. Here I did the addition. Here I just expand the numerator. Now I'm going to combine like terms. I have x squared here, that's going to give me 2x squared. Minus 2x minus x, that's give me minus 3x. Plus 1 minus 2. Did I do this one right? Let me see. X squared minus x plus x squared minus 2x plus x minus 2. 1 times x is x plus x minus 2. Okay? You see it? So that's x squared minus 2x. 1 times x plus x. 1 times minus 2 is minus 2. Okay? So I have x squared and x squared. That's 2x squared minus x plus x, 0 minus 2x. Minus 2x minus 2. Minus 2. 2x squared minus 2x minus x minus x 0 minus 2x minus 2. So I have 2, 2, 2. I can simplify by 2 here if I want to. So it will be equal to, let me go here. I have a small board, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so that would equal to 2 times x squared minus x minus 1 divided by x minus 1 times x minus 2. Okay, so from here I can see right here this is a trinomial. I can try to see if I can again factorize this trinomial and see if I have any of these terms in it, so I can simplify more. Okay, so how do I simplify this trinomial? I said a plus b plus c is not 0, a minus b plus c is not 0, so I'm just gonna go with the basic formula, which says x1 is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. That's the general rules to find x1 and x2. See right here I have a positive and negative sign. So one of the x is gonna be, I'm gonna use this positive sign, and the other x I'm gonna use negative sign. I'm gonna have two value for x. Okay, so see right here I can say x is equal to minus b. I have, let's see, a equal to 1, b equal to minus 1, and c is equal to minus 1. Okay, so I have x equal to minus b, which is 1, plus or minus square root of b squared, 1, minus 4ac, 4 times a, 1, times c, minus 1, divided by 2a. So x equal to 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 4 times 1 times minus 1. That's going to give me minus times minus is plus. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. That's going to give you square root of 5. Okay, so square root of 5 is not a natural number. It's like going to be divided by 2 times 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. So this is not a real number though. I already know that I'm not going to find any way to simplify by these two, because this is what factor out by 1 and 2. Those are my 2x value. While here, I cannot have this 2x value because square root of 5 is not a natural number. It's not a number in the natural system. It's a number, it's a real number, but it's not a natural number. It's not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. It's gonna be a decimal. Okay, so because of this reason, I don't need to proceed further. I can from here I can say I won't be able to simplify a little more, because this two number right here, I'm not gonna find a factor in this trinomial that can simplify with these two factors right here. So I can say I'm done right here, and this is my solution here. Again, I can give it like this, We can give it like this too. It's not a big deal. Because I can factor out with the trinomial. That was the biggest reason why I went from there. Okay, so alright guys, so this is the solution for this right here, and I'll see you for another one later on. Peace out.